Hello friends, welcome back to the virtual classroom of the Quest. Let us consider some other questions of SSB Odisha Physics paper 2021. Let us consider this question. If both ends of a string of length L are fixed, then wavelength of the standing wave is L divided by N, 2L divided by N divided by 2L, N divided by L. So, when two ends of a string is attached, then nodes must be formed at the ends. Okay, so for the fundamental frequency, this will be like this, and L will be equal to lambda by 2. For first overtone, like this, the standing wave will form, and L will be equal to 2 lambda by 2, and so on. Then it will be equal to L is equal to N lambda by 2. What is the wavelength of the standing wave? So L is equal to N lambda by 2. So lambda is equal to 2L divided by N. Option number B is correct. Now, a material with a high dielectric constant acts as increased capacitance per unit volume, act to decrease capacitance per unit volume, has no effect on capacitance, cause capacitor to become polarized. So, in this question, direct formula you can use. C is equal to epsilon A divided by D, where A is the surface area of the parallel plate capacitor and D is the distance between the two parallel plates. So C is directly proportional to epsilon. So if the dielectric constant will increase or high dielectric constant material is used in between the plates, then its capacitance will increase. Acts to increase the capacitance per unit volume. Now in question number 82, how many degrees of freedom does a rigid body have in 3 dimensions? So for a rigid body, the constraint is the distance between two particles will always remain constant. So for first particle, we consider within the rigid body, the number of degrees of freedom for the first particle is 3, and the second particle, which is having a certain distance from the first particle, will have degrees of freedom 2, because it has a constant that the distance between these two particles will remain constant. So the number of degree of freedom associated with the second particle will be equal to 2, and the number of degrees of freedom with the third particle, if you consider, then that will have 2 constants and 3 degrees of freedom. So total degree of freedom for the third particle, this is the first, second and third particle will be equal to 1. Then if you consider a fourth particle, then it will have 3 constants, that its distance from 1 to 3 will be constant and 3 degrees of freedom. So the net degrees of freedom for the fourth particle, any other particle, will be equal to 0. So the total number of degrees of freedom will be 6. So here the answer is 6. Whatever may be the number of particles in the rigid body, the total degrees of freedom will be equal to 6. Okay. Then in question number 83, which of the following statements are true? Beta minus decay occurs only from ground state of a nucleus and gamma decay from excited state. This is not true. Beta minus decay and gamma decay can take place from an excited state. This is true. Beta minus decay and gamma decay both can occur from ground state of a nucleus. It is not true. In gamma decay, mass number does not change, but atomic number changes. None of them will change in gamma decay. Only the energy will be coming down from higher energy level to lower energy level. So, this is not true. And next is the electron capture process. Mass number does not change, but atomic number changes by 1 unit. Yes, this is true. So, option number 2 and 5. B is correct option. Okay. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned till the next video.